Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cardwell's Cauldron. My name is William.
I'm Kevin. We're your hosts today from Geektopia Island.
Yep. And this is a fun little deck. I know Abzan tokens is becoming like a big thing, or like mixture of 3-color tokens.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as in colors, but it has nothing to do with what they're doing. I more or less made this to do cute tricks with tokens and counters. And to start off with it, the name is Tenacious Tinker, because you're going to have a crap ton of servos, hopefully, throughout the whole thing. And since Declaration in Stone is out of here, you're safely just to flood the board as much as possible.
Seems good.
Now, the first creature that we have, Kevin, is Bontu the Glorified. Basically, what we want to do, no one's really using this guy, because he is kind of crappy. But if you're going to have enough servos out there to throw out, and you could pay 2 to draw for them to lose a life, gain a life, and all that, and you'll see there's a little synergy with that as well. And most of this deck, of course, is a brew, so we're trying to test out other things out there to see if it actually works.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah. He also has Menace, and he's a 4/6, which matters because of Hour of Devastation, the red burn that board wipes everything for 5. Well, he still survives, actually.
Heck yeah. The next guy looks like a Master Trinketeer.
Yep.
I feel like he's the linchpin of the whole deck, really. He's servos get bigger and you make dudes. Seems pretty hot.
Yeah, for 3 mana for a 3/2, so he can also swing in there if possible. And then 4 mana, just make a 2/2 basically.
It seems good.
And he's not legendary, so you can play as many as possible just on the field. Just pop.
I like that. Just make all of them.
Oh yeah.
The next guy I guess we got is Rishkar, Peema, Renegade. What is this guy for?
Okay, this is where one of the cute tricks happens. All right. His ability comes into play, puts 2 counters on, 2 creatures. Seems cute and good. What I mainly use him for is that because anything with counters can tap for a mana. And that's because we have Oath of Ajani later on, and also Torment of Hailfire, which we'll get to that all together, but basically you're just casting a giant fireball with all your tokens. Just for fun. Yeah, it's pretty cute.
He seems really, really funny in this deck, just to see what he can do.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about fun tricks with these creatures here.
The next guy we got is Angel of Invention.
Yes.
And I don't know. I've always liked this card. I like the way it looks.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, like a 5 mana that can become it looks like a 4/3 flying vigilance lifelink. Like those stats, just like from our time of playing.
Oh yeah,
is perfect. Like this is beautiful. And other creatures you control gets +1/+1. So he's a flying anthem.
Yeah, he seems really good. Like I don't know. That dude's always struck me as really strong, and it can either make more dudes or make your dudes bigger automatically.
Exactly. So if you have the next turn to be able to put counters on your dudes to do a giant fireball, then yeah, you want to fabricate definitely.
Heck yeah. Alright, then we move into some of your spells. Some of these spells look pretty crazy. Let's go over the first one we got is a Fatal Push.
Yep. You've seen this in every deck tech I've done for the past 4 weeks or whatever. Yeah, you know what this is. We're good.
It's a good card, man. It's a very good card.
And of course, with a deck like this, all your creatures are coming from spells most of the time.
Heck yeah. What about Legion's Landing?
Alright, it's one of the new cards of Ixalan. It's pretty cute. I actually hated this card at first because it's like, oh, that's pretty dumb. 1/1 for 1, and then it flips, right? But in this deck, I feel like it works really well. So, of course, you play it, you get a 1/1. It's a legendary dude. When you swing with 3 guys, you flip it. And basically, it turns into a land. And when you pay 3 and that, you get a 1/1 vampire token. It's the only token that's not a servo, but hear me out here. So turn 1, you play Legion's Landing. You have 1 dude. Turn 2, you play the next spell that we'll talk about is it drops 2 servos down for 1 white, 1 colorless. It's Servo Exhibition. With this one, turn 2, you create 2 tokens down.
Yeah.
Turn 3, with Legion's Landing, you flip them. Like immediately, turn 3, you swing with your 1 vampire, 2 servos, and you flip the Legion's Landing, which becomes a land. And with that, we can cast on that turn the next card.
What does this card do? Sram's Expertise.
Yeah. So for 4 mana, you create 3 more servo tokens, and then you play a 3-drop or less. So on turn 3, you're creating a 4 spell that creates 2 more. Like, it's all about value.
That's real cute. That's a lot of value right there. I like it.
Oh yeah. And with that, if you're able to actually play, one of your dudes that make all servos bigger, then you already have 5 servos, and they're all 2/2s on turn 4, which is ridiculous.
That's pretty silly.
Yeah,
it's pretty silly, Cardwell. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah,
it's a little too much for me.
It's too much too quick.
All right, what is this card, the Driven to Despair, for? Okay. What is that for?
And with all your tokens, with all your that you'll be swinging pretty wide. So the Driven part's not too much because you don't care about the trample, but you care about drawing drawing cards. The next one, Despair. So on the next turn 4, you literally you can cast this. So 1 green, 1 colorless for the Driven, and then 1 black, 1 colorless for the Despair. And they all get Menace. So you're going even wider with all your tokens. And when you hit them, they discard pretty much their hand.
Seems real good.
Yeah, so you fill out your hand, they discard everything. Even if they board wipe, if they get lucky to the top a board wipe and wipe all your dudes, you don't care.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's pretty silly with this little deck so far.
Oh yeah.
This one I do know about, Oath of Ajani. I remember seeing it long ago, but I don't even want to imagine what it can do in this deck. Like, I really don't.
Right? Like, we don't even have Planeswalkers in this deck because we kind of want to keep it down low, like to the cost of a good little low cost deck. And it's silly because it's the only Oath that's in Standard, I do believe. 1 green, 1 white, and all your dudes get +1/+1 counters. Like,
that seems real good, just to make all your dudes 1/1 counters, because then they work with that Rishkar guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's silly.
And with Rishkar, you can tap for any mana, and with that mana, this is the cute little William Cardwell treatment here, and it is Torment of Hailfire. So when this set, when the Hour of Devastation, like, everyone talked about it. This card.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, and I've played it in other decks before, and it is amazing. So as you can see here, you pay the X, and they have to do this thing X times. Lose 3 life, discard a card, or sack a non-land permanent.
Seems real strong.
So let's say on that turn 3, you drop the servos, you drop Rishkar counters. You then the next turn, if they survive, Oath of Ajani, everything has counters. So, and then you tap for a Torment.
No. Just no. That's all you get from me.
Just no. Because, like, by that turn, if you drew a land, you have 5 mana that turn. So, 5, 6, 7 dudes, and 2 of them for Oath. But, so that's 6, 7 dudes with 3 extra mana. Have fun with that.
Yeah, no, I'm not okay with all of that. This seems really strong for being a Torment of Hailfire on turn 4.
Yeah, of course that's like perfect, beautiful hand, but that's what I want with this deck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I see another one that I've not seen before, but Hidden Stockpile. I've heard about it. What does it do? Okay,
I'm gonna go ahead and be very hipster with this card. When this card first showed up, I played it in a black-white like Servo deck with Ajani and the Trafficker that you sack an artifact and gets a counter, whatever. But now it's becoming super popular in all the token decks. Basically, it has Revolt, so any creature that died that turn, on your turn, you get another Servo to replace it. And you pay 1 to sack a creature and you scry 1. So at your upkeep, you can sack the Servo, scry, cool. In step, you have another Servo.
That's real good, and it triggers your Bontu too, so he can swing and do stuff. Then it seems like that's real cute.
Exactly. You don't even have to pay Bontu's like 2 mana. You just pay the 1 for Stockpile, and then you're swinging for 4/6 menace.
That seems really, really good.
And of course, having multiples of those doesn't matter because you sack 1 dude, you get 2 or 3 if you're lucky to have that much.
Yeah. And then I guess we move into your lands now.
Basically. With this color combination, it's kind of weird, so I'm not sure exactly what to do yet because I haven't got to shuffle it and play it, but I do believe people call them caffeine lands. All 4 of those, or 4 of each of the 3, and then you just try to get there real quick.
So it looks like we have the
Sanctums, the Concealed Courtyards, and Blooming Marshes. will be your caffeine lands. You just throw them out there and try to go as fast as possible.
All right, and then we got the Sunpetal Groves for the green-white.
Yep.
It's just another good land. It looks like we got the Scattered Groves. What does that do?
Yeah, it's the cycle land from Amonkhet, and white is your most dominant one, so the other two dual colors is going to be white as well.
All right, I like it. The land base is it's pretty solid. I think once we get to flesh it out, it'll be a lot better.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I think for now it works pretty well.
Like you always, and definitely in like tricolor decks, you want to shuffle it, play test it yourself, draw what you see, and then go with that, and then you'll be able to fix it.
All right, and with that, we're gonna move into the sideboard.
Okay.
It looks like we got a Bloodcrazed Paladin. What is he? I've not seen this dude yet.
No, not yet. The sideboard's a mix with cards I would just want to try and use, and then the other ones that actually will do something. Bloodcrazed Paladin, he's gonna help you with board wipes, because you have all those dudes. They board wipe, you throw him down, and now he's a giant dude to hit them the next turn. Because he has flash, which is awesome. And he gets one counter for each dude that died that turn.
I like it. I like it. That's a good way to counter a Wrath of God or whatever board wipe is in now.
Exactly.
And then Yahini Undying Partisan. I've seen this dude ran before a couple in your other little decks.
Yeah.
He seems real good.
I feel like with him, it's going to be against control. Because he has haste, which is cool. And then you'll have servos to sack to him to make him indestructible. You're probably not going to worry too much about him getting 1/1 counters from the other creatures. But still, he's just a little fast face puncher. We'll say that. Because that's what I want to say.
I like it. I like him. He seems real strong for a little sideboard card for just the last little bit of need to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Blinding Fog. I've always liked this card because it looks just like the monkey just doesn't care. But I don't know.
Yeah.
What is this card for?
The elf monkey looks like he's just doing whatever the hell he wants with these guys, right?
Yeah.
And with that, and what I've talked about this card because we did the whole review of the whole set.
Yeah, I remember the.
So basically, it's to counter Hour of Devastation. Heroic Intervention was like one of my favorite green cards. Give all your permanents hexproof and indestructible. Well, guess what? You lose it with Hour of Devastation. Now, in the main thought of everything, Hour of Devastation is not used that much, but like around here and people that we know, they love this card. So with Blinding Fog, it actually negates that damage of Hour of Devastation.
I like that. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good little use for a common from Ixalan.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't really see play.
A common that destroys a rare, even an ultra rare. I'm not even sure what Doomfall is.
All right, so we're on the next card, which is Doomfall, and we're gonna find out what that does. Because I've not seen this card yet.
Yeah, it's a great sideboard card, even a main board card here. So you get to choose one. You get to look at their hand and exile a card, or especially against control, if they have their Gear Hulk out, you just make sure they exile it. Or Bristling Hydra if you're fighting Teamer Energy, and that's the only one they have to exile it, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it just exiles a creature. That seems real good.
That they have to choose. So they also Carnage Tyrant is finally showing its face around the corner, and that gets rid of it. It's the only
because
creature.
it doesn't target it targets them, not a hexproof dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's real cute.
Oh yeah.
Looks like we got another god up in here in the sideboard. When do you bring Oketra, the True, in?
See, these are one of these cards that's I just want to test and see what happens. So
seems good.
Yeah, so maybe probably against aggro or mid range is probably what I'd throw her in, or even control. See, her 4 power just to be able to pump out dudes for free is really good against control. And as you can see, she's a 3/6. It goes against Hour of Devastation.
I like it.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what that does.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I guess the final card we got for the sideboard is Settle the Wreckage. And I've heard all about this card, and I love this card. I think it's amazing for what it does.
Yeah. People play Path of Exile and Modern and Legacy. And then it's our standard one. Now, I've seen it on, TCG and live streams that it never actually works for the benefit of them. But if you're playing against the 3-color controls or tokens that are popping up, this is where you go for.
I watched a dude a couple days ago at the shop that we play at get blown out by this card. He swung 12 dudes and lost all of them.
And how many basic lands? 1 or 2,
He
right?
got 3.
Yeah,
and I was like, Oh my god, that card's good. Like that's the moment that I just was like, that card's amazing.
Exactly. Like it destroys team energy, like flat out.
Yeah, that's what he was playing was team energy, and he had like 12 dudes, and then the other guy was just like tap 4 men and no.
Because
by taking it.
Yeah, exactly. By that time, they're doing a tune of the Aether, so they're getting their basic lands out already, and they have like 1 or 2 left, and you're just like kill all your dudes or exile all your dudes, and you get nothing.
Super strong.
Yeah, super solid.
If there's anything that you take from this right now is that you need to run basic lands now because Settler Wreckage will be in almost every control deck because that card's silly.
I feel like it will definitely rise to the top for all the control.
I like this little deck because it's got a lot of synergy with everything, and it just makes dudes. Like, swarms the board, and let's get through a swarm because that's what this deck does.
Yeah, exactly. And with Rishkar, the Angel of Invention, Master Trinketeer, and Oath of Ajani, your small dudes are way big, hopefully, if you're able to survive that long. So it should be fun.
I like it, Cardwell. We need to see what it does.
Yeah.
Get and test it.
I hope so. I kind of want to build it for this week, and I hope it works out just fine. And with that, that's been another episode of Cardwell's Cauldron. Thank you, Kevin, for joining me here this week.
Oh, it was a great time. This little deck is pretty goofy. Yeah. I can't wait to see it played and see it crush somebody.
Oh yeah, at least one game. Good old silly fun to do the Torment of Hailfire combo there.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic.
With that, and again, it was Tenacious Tinker, and thank you for your stay. I hope you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island.
Y'all have a good night. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and keep up to date with our future content.
And please join us on our social media and check us out on Twitch.